on tap between the visiting Arizona Cardinals and the Baltimore Ravens. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor at M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Arizona Cardinals. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And this is a game where the defenses, they need to be on their toes because you've got quarterbacks here, yes, that can throw the football, but they can also run it very well too.
Mobile quarterbacks. Remember, for the longest time, they used to tell the quarterbacks, stay in the pocket. We don't want you outside of it at all. Nowadays, that mobility, truly an asset, and people are game planning for it. As a scout told me recently, we are actually working with what the colleges are giving us nowadays.
The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one taken from the 7th. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by Kyler Murray, the #1 overall pick in April's draft, and also the Heisman Trophy winner out of Oklahoma. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run with D'Angelo Henderson. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. Bit of a haymaker right after the starting bell, Charles. One play on the ground, and you're already on the other side of the 50.
I like how you went boxing there. Essentially went from the weigh-in to walking into the ring, being introduced, and firing away. Big shot early.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Justin Pugh, the left guard that time with a flag. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Shotgun now from Murray. Man open right side, it's the tight end Clay. A little over 20 yards there, and in 2 plays, they've now moved the ball over 60 yards.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
A 4th-round pick in 2018, Chase Edmonds with a carry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 2nd and 12, Murray. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And it's intercepted at the goal picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he is all the way up past the 25. Andy Isabella was the intended target. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson over the middle, complete. It's Andrews. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. Nice throw there by Jackson. You think about what a boost he gave Baltimore the middle of last year, led them to victories in 6 of their last 7 games as a starter, replacing Joe Flacco, who had the hip issue. And that strong finish was good enough for the Ravens to capture their first AFC North crown since 2012. And now Jackson's a known commodity. He's the unquestioned starter, and with increased expectations and pressure on the former Heisman Trophy winner. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Ingram. Ingram's got the 1st down and more. And he cuts it right sideline. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Ingram again, a 1st down carry. Ingram churning. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. There he goes, right side. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close. And it's not something they even imagine, because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done, working on it, showing them how to take care of the football, and emphasizing what it means in terms of winning. They got to just be puzzled right now that they're not taking care of the ball better.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. He will push his way down to about the 14. Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle. And here are the offensive starters for Arizona.
It's nice to see Marcus Gilbert back on the field, this time in an Arizona Cardinals uniform. They picked him up from Pittsburgh for a 6th-round pick back in March. He's going to play right tackle for the Cardinals, a key spot for them. The big thing for him, can he stay healthy? Because when he is, he's one of the better tackles in the league.
3rd and 2, and here's Murray. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Isabella. And he gets it inside the 10.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
They'll run here with Henderson. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Second down and goal. Murray. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Christian Kirk, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50.
He's got a man, complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown with his first career NFL touchdown, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. First down, Murray. Completes it to Kirk over the middle. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Clay. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Throwing on first down is Murray. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now a play fake here on first down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 14 upcoming. These two teams all tied after 1. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Here's Murray from midfield. And his throw is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Murray with a 3rd and long. And able to find Kirk complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 25-yard line. Well, that's a familiar connection right there. Christian Kirk was in the same class as Kyler Murray at Texas A&M. They played together as freshmen before Murray transferred. Kirk, though, he stayed in College Station, had a great 3-year career before being drafted 47th overall in 2018. Was having a solid rookie campaign last year, but then broke his foot in Week 13 and was shut down the rest of the way. Throwing on 2nd down. Murray. And this one's incomplete. Chase Edmonds, the man he was looking for. And now it's 3rd down. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Christian Kirk, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A reminder coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, a good one from Atlanta. Eagles and Falcons, 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday Night Football, Odell Beckham back in New York, back in MetLife Stadium. Browns and Jets, 8:15 Eastern on Monday night. A pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. The All-Pro safety Eric Berry in on the stop.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. Man open left side is Brown. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson throwing on target to Brown. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now it's Jackson throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
That's the way. What? Go.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Oh, some strong running. The 20. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Ingram. His first touchdown of the new season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Matt Judon picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, but now it's third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they rallied and made the tackle.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game. But it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
11 yards there, first down. Baltimore was the most run-heavy team in the league last year after Lamar Jackson took over as a starter. And you think about Mark Ingram, he goes from a situation where he was sharing time with Kamara in New Orleans. Now he figures to be the top guy in the Baltimore backfield, although I guess you could say he's kind of splitting time with his quarterback, Lamar Jackson. But a great veteran presence, Mark Ingram is behind Jackson. Ingram now in his 9th NFL season. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. The reception good for 7. It's third down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On third down, Mark Ingram. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Jackson on first down. They go screen. This is Ingram. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the 3rd time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses.
It's
and
rare.
excited is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1% coming into 2019. He's incredible.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Here's Murray. This complete to the tight end Clay. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Murray going to throw.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. Murray again, 2nd and 10. That's Isabella open on the right side. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 24-yard line. Murray now on first down. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. The Cardinals on third down. They've been near perfect. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They were winners over the Dolphins last week. They are on top right now as well as they come up 1st and 10. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Ingram's got the first down and more, as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. And now it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They run from the pistol with Ingram. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones.
That would be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. Now it's Peterson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. So here are the Cardinals to take over. If you think back to last week, they dropped that game to the Detroit Lions. Now they're trying to make amends here as they've got the football and the lead.
He's checking.
Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Play action. Now it's Murray. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Kyler Murray, 1,000-yard rusher as a quarterback in his Heisman campaign at Oklahoma. He's got the first down.
Just like that. Just like that.
Play fake. Murray. Out to his left. And that'll be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
48.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. That ball complete to Isabella. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 40.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Now Murray. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Check. Crunch.
Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Matt Judon getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Got some real estate inside the 30. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 27-yard line. Throwing on first down is Murray. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Matt Judon. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness that defensive line is eating them alive.
Here's Edmonds. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Let's go, baby. Return it. Get that ball. Get that ball.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So they come away from this opening drive in the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job one, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Big stop, let's go. Tighten up.
This is Ingram. And he's got room. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
Another good run for him. What else is new? They ought to put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
Here's Ingram. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing is Jackson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Seth Roberts, and it's 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. On the return is Peterson. .35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it. For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Matt Judon able to record his 5th sack of the season.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Murray now. Perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Edmonds. And an alley to run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Let's go.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Good push up front, and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
False start, offense.
So that'll back them up 5.
Let's go.
Still 1st down.
The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15.
Get in the right wheel.
the gun. Murray. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Pick your game up.
On second down, here's Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Back now in Baltimore. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Throwing now is Murray. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. No room to be had there on the 1st down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks. Now Ingram, he's been busy today. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Byron Murphy, the rookie from Washington. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. After the turnover, here's Murray. Buying time to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Chris Wormley able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's Murray. Eluding the pressure. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Murray with a 3rd and long. That's going to be caught by Kirk. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here.
Defense.
So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Marquise Brown, the rookie, his intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Jackson. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 8 and a first down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson throwing on target to Brown. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson sliding out of the pocket. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson over the middle here to Brown. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 22-yard line. Nice big gain there from Marquise Brown, first-round pick out of Oklahoma. Of course, his cousin knows a thing or two about big catches in the NFL. That's Antonio Brown. And now Hollywood hoping to carry on the family tradition. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A big spot now for the rookie Murray. And he rifles one incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The tight end, Max Williams, the intended receiver. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And it's 3rd down. The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's got Fitzgerald. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Back to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yeah, the opportunity squashed. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Jackson now to Boyle here over the middle. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Ravens on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And a 20th carry now for Ingram. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
I don't even know why his team showed up. Slam, slam, slam.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. 20, 10, and he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Double time, guys, double time. You got 3 down.
Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through.